Well, hello everybody, welcome. You're watching SCSN. I'm Mike McLeod here with my broadcast partner, Stash Zamoyda, and we're set to bring you some women's basketball action in this game between the Solano Lady Falcons and the Sacramento City Panthers in a rematch from December 7th when Solano won 63-58. Earlier today, Greg caught up with the coach, Matt Boychert, to talk about the game.
Thank you, Mike. Here with Matt Borchert, head basketball coach for the Solano Lady Falcons. And Matt, matchup tonight against Sac City, a team that you played last week. Tell us a little bit about the matchup, especially going against a team that you defeated just a week ago.
Well, I think the matchup is good. They have some very athletic kids, very good post player, and that's a challenge for us because of our size down low. So she's really good, and their point guard is very fast. So we match up to her as well. So it's a nice, good little matchup, and having played last week even more, we know each other that much more, and we've been able to watch film the past few days, and so it should be a pretty good battle again. Expecting a pretty close game.
Well, we're here at the Solano Showdown, and Matt, another excellent job hosting this tournament. Tell us a little bit about the challenges that you go through as a coach. You're coaching your team potentially 3 games in 3 days, plus running the overall tournament. How does that affect your ability to coach the team?
Not a whole lot, because we get great support. I mean, this is the 19th annual tournament. This is the 14th one that I've done. So really, Greg, it kind of works like clockwork now, and I really am very appreciative of our training staff, Betty Austin, Sam McKinney, people that help us with the hospitality room. We have it catered by Ariel Clay's mother, Dee Clay. And so with all that support in place, it's really, I just kind of have to monitor the day and do some stats right after the game, and a few times of the day where it gets a little hectic. But really, with all the help we have at Solano here, it's fantastic. Just like yourself included, with everything you're doing, I just can sit back a little bit and coach. So it's really not too bad.
Well, thanks for taking time. I know you're awful busy. Best of luck tonight. Go get a victory, Coach.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right, back to you guys.
But we already have the tip-off, and it goes to Solano. Swing pass to Denisha Lundy, takes a quick 3, in and out. Offensive rebound, and that's 2 points on the board by Solano. Quick inbound, and it's already trap defense, full court pressure by Solano so far.
The last
Calling for the play.
The last game between these two was a pretty close match. It was only 63-58, but Solano took the victory in that. Player to watch today is Miss Taylor Hamilton, number 24. She put up 23 points in the last contest.
And number 10, Unique Woodson, just throwing that one up. Air ball goes back to Solano, pushing, and that's a turnover as it is stolen by Sac City.
Solano needs to watch their turnovers. They have a 2-0 lead right now. They need to capitalize early in this game, get a lead, and try to coast on the lead. Just turnovers will kill you in a game, so hopefully they can stop making turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers are never a good thing, Stosh. Driving in the lane, and it's another runner high off the backboard, but an offensive rebounds. Swing to the left wing. Swing back to the right wing, and to beat the shot clock, but couldn't do it. Unique Woodson airballing there.
Yeah, the shot clock was running down there. It was a little bit of a force of a shot there. She didn't really want to take it, but she knew she had to. But good defense by Solano in this early match.
Oh, definitely good defense. Dribbles to the left wing. Pulls up, and she is fouled on the play. Taylor Hamilton.
Taylor Hamilton coming to the line to shoot 2.
So she'll be going for 2 free throws right now. First attempts of the game. Taylor Hamilton, what can you say about her? 16.7 points per game this season. Definitely the leader of this team, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, she shoots 73% from the free throw line, so she's a clutch free throw shooter. That's really good for at the tail end of the game. When you keep getting fouled, you want her at the line. But as you can see,
as you say,
yeah, I know, broadcaster curse right there, right? Talking how she shoots free throws good, and then nope, misses.
Dribbles over the timeline, comes in and tries to dish out.
Stolen away by number 21, Denisha Lundy. She puts up the shot. Oh, nothing working there. Rebounded. Puts it back up, and the foul. Sending number 33, Laura Lawson, to the line to shoot 2. Now, Laura, she is a 41% free throw shooter.
Laura Lawson averaging 5.3 points per game and 6 rebounds per game, leading Solano in rebounds.
You know, in that last match between these two, she had 7 rebounds in the game.
Was that a team leader?
It was a team leader right there. Overall, Solano had a total of 43 rebounds in the game, and she accounted for 7 of them. Shot is up, and the shot's good. And Laura splits a pair. Sacramento inbounds the pass. Controlled by number 32, BB Williams. BB coming up the court. Dishes it off. Oh, and the pass is just over the head of number 10, Unique Woodson.
That's a backcourt violation.
And it's going to be Solano's ball. Mike, what do you see in Solano's defense so far in the game?
Well, Matt Boychert, the coach, he must have a lot of faith in these girls, or a lot of faith in the depth of his team to be able to have that full court defense from the 18-minute mark in the first half.
You know, that's something I saw when we came out and watched a couple practices is, you know, he really runs the girls a lot. He expects them to be in top physical form to really outlast their opponents by just simply outrunning them. And if you can outrun them for 2 halves, you'll win the ball game.
Because not only are you running, but you're making the other team run. When maybe they want to run slightly slower pace, you're forcing them to pick up the ball or run faster. So you're going to end up winning that game long term.
Controlled by Ashlyn Monk with the ball here. She's getting double teamed. Passes back to number 10, Unique Wilson. Unique dishes it down to number 32, Bebe Williams. Stolen away by number 21, Denisha Lundy. And she's dribbling down the court. She crosses back, scanning the court. She puts up the shot, and it's good. 2 points.
3.
I believe that was a 2-point
shot. Oh,
is
it's actually 2? Her foot must have been on the line.
Her foot was on the line, you know.
Okay.
Ashlyn Monk driving the lane. She puts it up good, and it's an and one right there. She just took the basketball and ran it right up the lane there.
She got a little lucky there because if she hadn't gotten the foul, it would have been a travel. Mm-hmm. I saw 2, 3, 4 steps. So,
well, you know, sometimes you can get away with one here and there. Checking in for Solano is number 14, Adriana Jones, and number 11, Nikki Andaya. Ashlyn Monk is a 72% free throw shooter.
She leads the team in free throw percentage. Mm-hmm. And I have a feeling just based on the play in this early going, she probably leads the team in free throw attempts as well.
Coming up the court, Ariel Clay controlling the ball. Dishes it down low, and Justice Robertson is fouled in the low paint. She's going to shoot 2. Oh, my mistake. It was a non-shooting foul.
The foul was on the pass, yeah.
Nikki with the ball. Gets it down to Ariel. Ariel puts up the shot, and it's bouncing in, and it's good for 2 more.
Shooters roll.
Well, they do have home court advantage here today, and that's always huge.
They must be used to these rims.
Oh, and Ashlyn Monk picked up the ball off of Solano's foot. She tries to get the ball over. Sacramento's having a hard time setting up their offense the way these Falcons are just swarming all over the place.
Hey, you see Unique Woodson yelling at her team already to set up their offense, and Bebe Williams gets to the foul line.
You know, Bebe, she had a double-double the last time she faced Solano. She had 14 points,
they're
10
good
rebounds.
Burgers.
Yeah.
I like them. Yeah, in and out reference. Whatever, I'm fat. I can make those jokes. But Bebe Williams, absolute force, leads the team in rebounds, one of the team leaders in points, takes almost 7 field goal attempts per game. It's nice to see a college team go back to a post-oriented offense rather than just getting 3 happy and taking 30, 40 attempts a game. Yeah.
And Bebe missed both her free throws there, but they get the ball back. Bebe turns around, gives it to Ashley. She puts up the shot, and it's not there. Another offensive rebound for the Sacramento City team.
And that must have been a little bit of an emphasis going into this game for Sac City, because in the last game that they had, offensive rebound advantage went to Solano 20-7.
Bebe Williams in the low post puts it up and good.
With the left hand, too. I mean, it's only 2-3 feet jumper, but it's still with the left hand. That's hard to do.
Denisha Lundy over to Adriana Jones. To Nikki Andaya. Nikki driving. She puts up the shot, and it's good. Nothing but net. Wow. What a shot.
I saw them running that play earlier in practice, and that wasn't exactly the shot that you look for off of a pick and roll, but you'll take it, especially when it goes in.
And that's another turnover by this Sacramento City team. You know, all great basketball coaches will tell you, you win the turnover battle, you'll win the game.
Well, you got to win 2 out of 3. You either need to win points off turnovers, the turnover game, or rebounds. You got to win 2 out of those 3.
And Jamel, Bebe going in again, and it's a charge.
That is a charge. Had her feet set, position established outside of the restricted zone.
Adriana Jones did a great job right there, planting her feet, getting in position, and taking the charge and taking one for the team, and in a sense right there. Taylor Hamilton with the ball. She tries to put it up, and it's going to be a jump ball. And the possession, it goes to Sacramento City, so they will get the ball. Solano keeping with the full court press right now.
Well, they're almost playing a half-court defense, but in the other half.
They're doing a very good job there. Solano's defense holding up really good. Bebe Williams up on top in the point there, trying to get the ball to one of her guards. Gives it to Ashlyn Monk. Ashlyn tries to drive the lane. She is pickpocketed by number 11, Nikki Andaya, running up the court. She does a little move. She puts up, passes to Taylor Hamilton. Taylor gives it to Jamelia Anderson, and she just couldn't finish the shot. Controlling the ball is Lakia White for Sacramento City. Fishes it off to 22, Brittany Harper. To Rael Ross for 2. And we got ourselves a little ball game now, 10-6. Taylor Hamilton driving down the court, and she is fouled, and it's going to be a non-shooting foul. So this will be Solano's ball.
That's 5 fouls already on Sac City. I mean, you get more before you're in the bonus. You have to go to 8 before you're in the bonus, but that's still 5 fouls in the first 6 minutes.
Checking back in for your Solano Lady Falcons is number 33, Laura Lawson, and number 20, Ariel Clay. You know, Coach Borchard over here, he has a very good depth to this team, I like to see. All the girls get playing time, which allows the girls to stay rested for the second half.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why he can run that full court defense is because he's constantly switching in new players, new feet, new legs, so they can.
Good pass down to Ariel Clay. She puts it up, nothing there. She just couldn't quite get it up. And it's going to be Sacramento's ball. Yeah, that's the positive thing of having a bigger roster. You know, sometimes you just have to be a role player on the bench. You know, you come in, you got to do your job. And I think Matt really gave it to the team that it's a team effort, not an individual effort. They're playing like a team right now.
And they don't really have role players on this team in the sense that it's like the Miami Heat where everybody's a three-point shooter and then you have LeBron. Everybody's good at multiple areas. It makes for a good team. That way you don't have to spend a lot of minutes on your starters, and you can keep them fresh in crunch time.
That is true. Taylor Hamilton cruising over here. Pass it off to Laura. Laura to Jones. Jones back to Hamilton. Hamilton and Daya. Back to Hamilton for 3. Oh, just off the marker a little bit. Rebounded by number 11, Ashlyn Monk for Sacramento City. Now, Lakia White controls the ball, passes it back down passes to Katie Thompson. Katie looking for something going on. She doesn't see nothing. She gives it back to Lakia up for 3, and it's good. And Solano will take a timeout after these.
Oh, no, that's actually a Sacramento City timeout, I believe. I saw somebody on Sacramento City calling for a 20-second timeout.
So like you were saying earlier, Sacramento City's already getting quick foul trouble. They are 6 fouls with about.
Yeah, but there you see the starting lineups for Solano: Taylor Hamilton, Denisha Lundy, Ariel Clay, Laura Lawson, and Justice Robinson for Solano.
And then for Sacramento City, you have Unique Woodson, Ashlyn Monk, Kendron Snowden, Brittany Harper, and Bay Williams. They're anchored to their offensive standpoint right there to low base. That's her spot. But, you know, so far this game's everything that we've been expecting. You know, not too high scoring yet, but they're playing good defense on both sides of the ball. Sacramento City's giving up a couple little turnovers here. They're getting themselves some quick foul trouble, but Solano's playing a good game, and it's hard to play against these feisty Falcons.
Solano started off with a 6-0 run, and you thought it was going to be a blowout.
And Adriana Jones tried to put up a 3, and it wasn't there, and now it's going to be a foul call.
I don't know about that call. That was a long rebound. She was going for the ball. It's an over the back, but she had kind of turned into her and was trying to catch it like a wide receiver.
Like a Jerry Rice catch? Or,
yeah.
Or will, you know.
So I don't know if I really agree with that.
Look at this defense, though. I mean, a full court press, playing a good trap defense on a full court, that's hard to do. And they're executing it very well. They're not getting beat low. I mean, Sacramento City's had struggling to get the ball even in their front court and setting up the offense, and they just have nothing going. And that would be a kick ball.
That's a heads-up play by Laura, just to say she knew that she didn't have any weak side help there, so she just stuck her foot out and made sure that they had to take out the ball.
16 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see if Sacramento City can get a shot up here. Amy Muner with the pass, just couldn't quite get it to her teammate, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Going to be Solano ball.
And more great defense, heads-up play by Laura, fronting her, well, not man, but fronting her assignment and making that errant pass possible.
Ariel Clay cut and she was double teamed there, still put up the shot. And Laura up there for the rebound and puts it back up herself. Wow. You know, I can see why, she had 7 rebounds the last game. You know, she gets in the paint. She's physical. Poor pass by Sacramento City. Ariel Clay all alone, and she is fouled, and that'll be and one.
So you get trapped just over the timeline, throw an errant pass, and then you don't foul hard enough to prevent the and one. That's a series of bad plays.
That's a poor play by White. You know, you see she has a lane, and you can't get to her marker there by trying to avoid the get a foul, so she can't put up the points. But she's came
either let her go, or I subscribe to the Coach Krzyzewski school of fouling. If you're gonna foul high and foul hard, so they can't get the shot off.
Now Ariel Clay, she is a 45% shooter from the free throw line, and now it's going to drop down a little bit. Oh, stolen away by Denisha Lundy. She kicks back. She's scanning the court. Shot up, no good. Rebounded. Another offensive rebound by Ariel Clay at the top of the key here.
And a new 35.
Denisha tries to put up a 3. Oh, good spin move. Left hand. Couldn't quite get it up for Justice Robinson. That was a good move.
You have 4 possessions in one, and you don't get any points from it.
Once again, you know, Ashlyn Monk, she's a little spark for the Sacramento City team. You got to watch this girl right here. She's been driving the lane all day. And this goes back to your foul, like Coach K would say.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Justice Robinson, she got a little turned around on the play. She was trying to find her assignment and wasn't watching the cutter. And then she got beat, and she reached in. Because you never want to get beat. And when you get beat, you get frustrated and you reach in trying to make a play when there is none, and that's where that foul came in.
Checking in for Solano was number 2, Kai Roberts. Denisha Lundy coming up the court. Gives it to Justice Robertson. Over to Nicole White. Nicole drops it low, dishes it back out to Ariel Clay. Ariel scanning. Nicole for 3. Oh, it's a bank shot and in.
The bank is open at this time of night.
Open.
If only Tim Duncan shot 3s.
Ashlyn trying to get the ball up court for Sacramento City, and then we call it a reach-in foul on number 2, Kai Roberts.
I'm not sure if that's a reach-in foul or just a blocking foul. I saw her hands up here, but she was kind of impeding the path.
I think there's a little bit of hip action in there.
Yeah.
Can't bump the hip when she's trying to drive. Brittany Harper to inbound the pass. Oh, nice little cut move there. She drives the lane. She puts up the shot just short. Rebounded by Denisha Lundy. Denisha, fast-paced offense up the court. She looks back. Nicole White for 3 again. Oh.
But she's fouled, so that's going to be 3 free throws.
That almost could have been a 4-point play there. Almost. It just rimmed out.
You can't go in much more than that without it counting.
And Nicole is a 50% free throw shooter. She's 5 out of 10. I'll take that out all day, every day.
Make one, miss one.
And she just misses the first. She still has 2 more to go, though, because it was a 3-point try.
Yeah, 3-point shot,
fouled.
3 is free throws.
So for young basketball viewers, so when you get fouled behind the 3-point line, you get 3 shots.
That is how math works.
Yes, it is.
Now I know why we couldn't get in the safe statistics class. So we have a substitution. Christina Contores coming in the 3rd and final free throw.
Nicole shoot her 2nd free throw. Oh, 3rd free throw, I'm sorry. And she makes it. Solano keeping with the full court press here. Ooh, almost steals it away right there. But Sac City moving the ball up the court. Dribbling, looking for something to be open, and double team comes in. Swatted away by number 5, Justice Robertson. And
look out.
Oh, this game's starting to get a little chippy.
A little bit. Well, we saw earlier before the game had started, Solano was taking laps and a little bit of a shove. Get out of my way. This is my gym.
Yep. This is the 2nd time these two have, they met, and Sac City must be a little sore after their loss to Solano on the December 7th game.
That was a 1-and-1.
Oh, Bebe couldn't come down with the 1-and-1 there, and she fouls Nicole White. I believe both teams are now in the bonus with Sacramento City having 9 fouls and Solano having 7. 10-30.
But they're still in the 1-and-1.
Not quite the full bonus yet.
So Laura Lawson coming back in.
And she misses it, and it's going to be Sac's ball.
Nobody on Solano touched it. But, except for Nicole, who was shooting it.
Checking in, back in for your Solano Lady Falcons is number 14, Adriana Jones. Ashlyn Monk with the ball getting double teamed, drops it off to number 10, Unique Woodson. Back to Ashlyn. Ashlyn driving the lane again. She puts it up, nothing there. And there's a blocking foul.
A little bit of a late whistle, and that's one of those, if she makes a shot, you don't call a foul. If she misses it, it's because the defense influenced it.
Solano's going to have to do something about Ashlyn. Keep driving the lane. Every time she gets the ball at the high point here, she just keeps running the ball right down there and either drawing a foul or putting up 2 points. So,
and that's a tough assignment for Adriana Jones to have to rotate onto her because she's not a guard. She's not supposed to be able to guard that sort of speed. And it's not a shot against her. It's just that's the way the world works. That's the way basketball works. Otherwise, you just have 5 guards, and that would be your entire team. So maybe in the second half you sag off a little bit, maybe do a little bit more of a 3/4 court defense rather than the full court. Let them get the ball up the court, but make sure you keep your assignment.
Solano working the ball around, looking for an open shot. Nicole White wanting the ball on the right wing, just couldn't get it to her. Nicole controlling the ball. Laura to Adriana, back to Laura. Laura puts up the shot, and it's a little flat and just rims off the basket and controlled by Sacramento City. And another turnover by Sacramento.
And the first game that they saw each other, the turnover discrepancy was 9 in favor of Solano, 22 for Sac City, and 13 for Solano. And you have to wonder how many of those turnovers were forced by this pressure defense.
And 3 put up by number 14, Adriana Jones, and it's good. She saw the open shot, and she's not afraid to take that. And once again, Ashlyn Monk.
But you'll live with her smoking layups.
Ooh. Nikki Andaya to Nicole White. Nicole puts it up, couldn't quite get it. Laura grabs a rebound. She puts it up, couldn't quite get it either. She fights for the ball. She's trying to fight, and it's going to stay. Oh, it's going to be Sacramento ball.
Well, she held on to it. She was looking for a player to throw it off of. She turned the wrong way, and then either stepped out or traveled. Either way, it's Sacramento City ball.
And Sacramento decides to take a timeout here. It's going to be a full timeout. You know, Sacramento City over here, Coach Devin Ingberston has to figure out how to deal with this full court press that Solano is putting on them right now.
Well, I think they're starting to break it down. We've seen on the last 3 or 4 possessions that Ashlyn Monk has been able to get into the lane and into the paint with ease. Mm-hmm. So maybe I think it's less Sac City and more Solano that has to make the adjustment now.
Well, what I was realizing in the last possession, it looks like they're having their 2 guards up there just kind of play a trap game in the backcourt there, and then they're dropping back the 2 forwards in the center and letting them, maybe if we drop back to center, just let her stay near the paint a little bit more, and then it'll stop the opposing team from driving the lane so much.
Well, when that happens, then you have too many people out front and your center's your only line of defense, then Ashlyn Monk's just going to come into the lane and then do a pass around the center to get to a weak side cutter.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Matt has in store and see how they can shut down number 11, Ashlyn Monk.
If it were me, I'd double until she gets over the timeline and then sag off and find your assignment again. There's no point doubling when she's at the 3-point line.
You know, but Solano still has a commanding lead, 22-13 here with 9 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the first period.
Yeah, but in the last 3 or 4 minutes, it's been more just missed opportunities by Sacramento.
Oh, and Sacramento throws a Hail Mary pass down the court, and it's controlled by number 15, Christina Contouris.
And that's Sacramento City trying to beat this defense.
Trying to throw a little Hail Mary pass there, just doesn't quite work. But Solano's doing an excellent job working the ball around the perimeter and looking for the open shot or looking for the next pass for an easy bucket. They're really being patient. Oh, all the way across the court. Oh, Christina gets the ball back. Couldn't quite come up with it. Bebe Williams made a great play right there by jumping the route and grabbing and tipping that ball, allowing her team to get the ball.
Richard Sherman-esque.
No, we don't talk Richard Sherman here. He's Seattle.
That's a push-off by Bebe.
She looks upset about that call. Not quite too happy.
I believe that's her 3rd foul already.
Checking back in for Solano is number 20, Ariel Clay. And Sac's coach over here is asking the ref, so what did she do? And he's a little upset about that call.
Well, I saw what she did. And you know, if it's a big on a big, they let that one go as they throw it out of bounds, and it's Sacramento ball. But if it's a big on big, they let it go. But when you have a smaller opponent on you, they're not going to give you the same leniency.
Checking in for Solano, number 32, Kristen Voiles. Once again, Solano trying to double team there. Ashlyn Monk passes the ball. 0 for 3. No good. Rebounded by number 11, Nikki Andaya. Nikki pressing the court up, pushing the ball up fast, giving it to 21, Denisha Lundy, and it's up and it's good.
And that's how you execute a 2-on-1 break. Draw the defender to your side and then dish to the weak side to help.
Ooh, poor pass by number 21, Kendra Snowden. And it's going to be Solano ball.
So maybe nobody should listen to me about defensive adjustments that they should make.
Christina over to Ariel. Aerial to Kristen. Back to Christina. To Kristen for 3. And just
a little flat.
Little flat. Oh. Denisha Lundy almost jumped the ball there and almost got the ball back for the Falcons. Here comes a double team again, the trap game. They have her trapped. Ashlyn Monk on top, yelling out to her team, trying to get something working here. The lane's not open for her to drive. Solano shut down that lane for her. She's looking for the screen. Nothing there. Good rotation on the defense right there by number 20, Ariel Clay. Trying to draw a foul. Nothing there. Just trying to put the ball up. Off of White's head is what I heard from the referee there.
And it's going to be Sac City ball, but the shot clock is at 1.
So either way here, they got to get a shot up quick.
They're going to look for something underneath a hoop or a quick corner 3.
It's up, and it's no good. Oh, but rebounded, and a foul. That will send number 3, Rael Ross, to the line. Rael Ross actually played in the last game. She had 7 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists, and 2 rebounds.
Yeah, but she also had 5 turnovers. And that's a product of the Solano defensive system.
And she makes a first. Not surprising, she is a 54% free throw shooter. Checking in is Christina Contours. And she makes them both. And it looks like Sacramento City is going to give Solano a little bit of their own medicine by going to the full court press here.
They got to try something because they've been getting beat.
But you would think a team that runs a full court press, they would be very inclined to, if another team did it to them, because that's where they practice.
Yeah, well, yeah, when you're in practice, somebody's got to play the role of offense.
Ooh, good takeaway by number 11, Nikki Adaya. She passes over to Denisha Lundy up for 2, and it's no good. Ashlyn Monk controlling the rock. She's trying to drive that lane again. Ooh, she splits 2 defenders and still almost gets a shot up, but she draws a foul. You see that little skip step there?
I saw it, but I also saw her arm almost hit Ariel Clay in the head.
Like I said before, this game's getting a little chippy. But I like to see the physical play. You know what? These girls are tough. You know, they're going for the rebounds.
There's a difference between physical play and dirty play.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that was a dirty play.
No, not at all.
It had the potential to be. You can bring your arm straight up and show the contact. You don't have to bring it across and potentially hit somebody in the head.
Laura Lawson back in the game. Here comes the second free throw. And she makes both. We don't want to keep sending her to the line. Ashlyn Monk's having a good first half.
And Ashlyn Monk's really keeping them afloat.
Ariel on the point. Passes to Nicole. Nicole dribbles. Back to Ariel. Looking for something open. Nicole back to Ariel. Ariel has low baseline. She steps up jumper. She's up and good. Ariel Clay for 2 points.
And, you know, baseline jumper is a hard shot to make because you don't have the backboard as a reference point. So you have to be on point.
Ooh.
Nice save.
Ashlyn Monk almost lost the handle. She puts up a 3 with no rotation on that ball. Kind of a knuckleball into the hoop there.
Well, it rotated around the rim and then went in, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, stolen away by Rael Ross. She goes up for the layup, and no foul. Good job by Ariel Clay by getting in position. Ooh. But back to Ariel Clay. She does a good job of getting in position, not drawing a foul, but just get enough in the way so she can't put up a good shot. And it's going to be timeout Solano.
But, you know, when she got fouled, she threw her elbow a little bit saying, my ball. And, I mean, I was brought up the same way to nobody's going to take that ball from you. And if somebody tries, they're going to get an elbow to the face. But it doesn't make it any better. It's still dirty. Well, I shouldn't say dirty. Dirty implies that it was premeditated. But you see there, Matt Boychert getting into his girls, talking. The play's been a little sloppy in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
You know, ever since Sac City, responded by going back to a full court, getting this game really up tempo here, and Solano, that's their game. They like to play at tempo, but they just need to calm down, play their game, keep running it, but less mistakes. Play clean basketball. Inbounded, number 11, Ashlyn Monk. With the Rael Ross back to Ashlyn for 3. Wasn't there. And it's going to stay Sacs ball.
Yeah, she didn't have a possession, but she was out of bounds and she touched it. So
her foot was on the baseline. Inbounds play here. Let's see what they have drawn up for us. 21, Kendra Snowden. Gets it back to Rael Ross. Rael driving the lane, nothing there. Gives it to Ashlyn Monk. Ashlyn gives it to Lakia White, and it's up. And the shot is not good. Rebounded by Denisha Lundy. Denisha gives it up to Christina. Christina pump fakes up. Oh, and she tries to draw a foul. Nothing there. Great save by Nicole White. Nicole wide open for 3 in the left corner. Up, and it's, just off the mark a little bit. Christina on the floor diving for the ball. And it's going to be a travel call. That's one rule I don't like about basketball. You go on the floor, you dive for the ball, and if you roll over just a little bit and there's a travel, don't quite understand
I was always taught the travel means that you took 3 steps. How can you do that when you're on your back?
Exactly, especially you're fighting for the ball and you kind of yank it, you roll over, and then you get called for a travel after you make a great play by getting the ball back for your team.
I mean, it's one thing if you're just taking the ball and then rolling down the court.
If you didn't see that there, Rael Ross had a push-off that was not called. That was a shove in the back. Kind of something that you would see Richard Sherman do. There we go. Yeah. Checking back in for your Lady Falcons is number 24, Taylor Hamilton. Christina.
Well, we were talking about Richard Sherman. We just talk about how they expect to blow out Solano every time they see him.
Taylor Hamilton with the ball. Gets it back to Christina. Christina works it over to Denisha. Denisha up for 3, and it's just off the mark a little bit. Rebounded by Taylor. Taylor hop skip. Tries to pass it off. Gets it back to Denisha for another 3. Oh, just off the mark again. Nicole White fighting for the ball. Couldn't quite come up with it. Sacs ball. Rael Ross driving there, and it's going to be a reach-in foul on number 21, Denisha Lundy.
And Solano is not the greatest three-point shooting team, and they take a lot of three-pointers for their team leader only averaging 33% from the behind the three-point line.
But I like it. I like their enthusiasm to shoot the ball because, like the great Wayne Gretzky once said, you'll miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
But this team misses 2/3 of the shots that they do take from behind the line. So
and they're still winning the game, though. They're up by 6.
They are up by 6, but it's missed opportunities by Sacramento and Taylor Hamilton, or not Taylor Hamilton, I'm sorry. Sacramento's version of Taylor Hamilton.
Ashlyn Monk?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's the one. That's the ticket.
Taylor Hamilton with the ball. Bringing the ball up court. Gives it to Christina. Christina looking, nothing there. She decides to dribble. Gives it to Laura. Laura has it stolen away, but it's going to be a jump ball. Ashlyn almost had a free pass to the basket right there.
But heads up to Laura. Shouts out to Laura for having the strength to at least hold on long enough to get the jump ball called because she knew that they had possession. And even if they didn't have possession, still is a takeout.
Taylor to Nicole. Nicole down to Denisha. Oh, and the ball is stripped away from Taylor Hamilton into the hands of number 11, Ashlyn Monk. She drives the lane. She puts up a left-handed layup up and in. I'm a mistake. Left side, right hand. That's a good move right there. Taylor trying to put the ball.
It's not the move they teach, but it's the move you use.
Christina down to Denisha. Denisha looking for something to happen. Gets it back to Christina. And they're going to call a travel on number 15, Christina Contouris.
She caught the ball and established her pivot foot as her left foot, and then she brought the left foot back as she started to drive. And they're going to call travel on that. And
every time.
You see that in the NBA all the time. It's a point of emphasis this year in the NBA.
Checking back in for Solano is number 14, Adriana Jones, and number 20, Ariel Clay.
And getting back to changing pivot feet, it's a little unnecessary. You do it out of habit because you got away with it for so long. But you can still jab, step, and drive. You don't need to bring the left foot back to start your drive.
And looks like number 5, Lakia White, stepped on a line, and it's going to be Solano's ball. Taylor Hamilton running the point. It looks like Sac City went back to their half-court defense, playing man-to-man.
Well, it's only a 4-point game now.
Denisha looking, nothing there. Gives it to Nicole. Nicole to Ariel. Ariel drives baseline jumper up, and it's no good. Just out, in and out of the rim there. Rebounded by number 22, Brittany Harper. Brittany controlling the ball. Coming down the lane. Oh, my mistake. That's number 21, Kendra Snowden. Rebounded by Taylor Hamilton. In between. Ooh! And there's going to be a foul call on Lakia White for a blocking foul on number 24, Miss Taylor Hamilton. Brings her to the line to shoot 2.
And that was a beautiful pass. And you force free throws, which is not what you want to do when playing defense, but that was going to be an easy layup. So,
you know, Lakia White, I don't think she was going to. I thought she was probably thinking that, oh, she's going to go right through me. She's not going to pass this ball. And then, you know what? Taylor made a great pass, and she wound up getting the foul.
Anybody who thinks that she's not able or not going to pass the ball obviously hasn't been paying attention.
And it's up and good. So Solano takes a 5-point lead with 2:26 to play here in the first half at the Solano Showdown. Ashlyn Monk driving the lane again. Dishes off to number 20, Katie Thompson. Katie Thompson just couldn't quite get in there, but it's going to stay down. Black ball. And I believe they're yelling the box play is what I'm hearing from their Sacramento City's bench.
And you see the box. It allows for a couple of screens, a couple of high-low plays.
Ooh.
There's a lot you can do out of that.
Bad pass kicked into the hands of Ashlyn Monk. How many times have I called her name tonight? She's just all over the place, and that would be a foul called to shoot 2. It looked like there might have been a travel there.
I just thought the contact was initiated by Ashlyn Monk. I saw her arm come out a little bit.
You know, both teams, when they go into the locker rooms at half, are going to figure out how they can foul less. You know, they've been to the free throw line way too much in this game. Both sides of the ball.
I mean, in the last game, they were even with 17 fouls apiece.
Wow.
They're approaching 17 fouls apiece in the first half.
In the first half. Ashlyn Monk to shoot her second shot. And she splits them. 4-point lead for Solano. Nicole White with the ball. Gives it to Adriana Jones. Dishes it to Denisha Lundy. Denisha trapped on the baseline, looking for somewhere to go. Ariel Clay mishandles the ball and is stripped away by number 11. Oh, my mistake. Sorry. That was number 20, Katie Thompson, who stripped the ball.
Loose ball foul and another foul.
And another foul, which brings Ariel Clay.
And another foul.
Ariel Clay to shoot 2. This looks like the last minute of the NBA Finals. You know, nothing but fouls.
Do these teams know it's still the first half? You don't need to foul yet?
You know, both teams play physical and they play fast, and these referees have been doing a good job by keeping the game under control. They're calling the game both ways. I really like the officials in this game today, calling a good game. Ariel Clay for his second shot, and it's good. She makes them both. Solano with a 6-point lead. Both teams in the bonus. Sack driving the ball down. Amy Muner dishes it to number 10, Unique Woodson with the ball. Gives it to Ashlyn Monk. Ashlyn Monk dishes it off. 22, Brittany Harper with the ball at the point. Unique Woodson yelling out of play. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They look for Ashlyn. She puts up a 3, and it's not there. Tipped away off the foot of number 21, Denisha Lundy. Ah, man, there must be some grease on that ball. It's just going all over the place. Nobody can get a good grip on it.
And these officials aren't calling that kick ball a lot, which is surprising considering how many times it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they don't call incidental contact. Nice defense by Nicole. Denying the pass.
Good
great block.
By number 20, Ariel Clay, pushing the ball up court. Tanisha Lundy puts it up, a left-handed layup, up good. Oh, and they call a travel call on that. Checking back in is number 15, Christina Contreras.
I was getting set to talk about how great of a series of plays that was, only to not get any points.
Bad break for the Lady Falcons.
But great block by Ariel Clay. How many times do you see a jump shot get blocked?
Oh, wait, Nicole White right there just shutting down the lane, trying to pass it. I mean, great defense by the Solano Falcons.
And you can tell the game plan starting to be keep the ball out of Ashlyn Monk's hands. And if it gets in there, don't let it be there for too long.
30 seconds left in the game clock. And they put up a shot, and it's up and no good. Rebound. Oh. Adriana Jones just couldn't quite come down with it. This is going to give Sacramento the last shot of the half to try to get this game closer. 13 seconds. She dribbles. She drives the lane. She draws a foul, and it's nowhere near the basket, but she'll be shooting 2.
And another foul.
And another foul. I think we need a button, like a radio button, you know. You press that and it just goes, and another foul. I mean, I'm getting tired of saying it. I'm wearing out my voice over here.
I need to record myself saying, and another foul. Because let's be honest, I have the best voice out of the two of us.
And she misses the first. There's 9 seconds left on the game clock here in the first half. Here at Solano Community College Gymnasium. And she splits them.
And you have to think Sacramento went a little quick on that last play. And now it gives Solano a chance to get the last shot and possibly going up by 7 or even 8.
Gives it to Adriana. Adriana looking around. She dishes it down low to Ariel Clay. Ariel drives the lane. 1 up and good. And a buzzer beater to go into the half. The Lady Falcons up 31-24 over to Sacramento City College.
So we're going to go to halftime. We got some commercials for you, and then we'll be back for the second half.
Well, hi, everybody. Greg Poff here in the Solano College Sports Network Studio B to talk about a great opportunity for any of you that are aspiring sports broadcasters, or perhaps you just like to work behind the scenes when it comes to sports broadcast productions. Here at Solano Community College, we are one of the few colleges in the nation that have an actual sports broadcasting class, Communication Studies 75. You can take that class any semester here at Solano, and we'd sure like to see you here in the spring semester every Wednesday afternoon here in the Solano Community College TV studio. We've got a job for you. Could be behind the mic, could be running the CGs, running the switcher board, or even behind a camera. Lots of opportunities to get involved and learn what it takes to have a career in sports broadcasting. Also look for our telecasts on the Fairfield Cable Access channel and also on our Solano College YouTube channel. This fall semester we'll be covering women's soccer, women's volleyball. We'll also throw in a few Vacaville High School football games, and at the end of the semester we'll start bringing you broadcasts of both Solano men's and women's basketball. So if you're interested in sports broadcasting, come over to Solano Community College. Check us out in the TV studio. Again, Communication Studies 75, sports broadcasting. Now, back to the show.
Solano Community College transformed my life
and gave me the opportunities I needed to succeed.
I received the same university caliber education
without the pressures of debt holding me back. Affordable and flexible, I fulfilled my undergraduate classes.
Getting to the information I truly have a passion for.
The decision to attend SCC empowered my future
and made my dream of attending Yale University a reality. Solano Community College, the educated choice.
Hello, everybody. We're back for the second half. 31-24, the first half score. Stosh, what does Sacramento City need to do to get back into this game?
You know what? Keep giving the ball to number 11, Ashlyn Monk. The way she's been playing on both sides of the court, she just is having a phenomenal game. Driving the ball, shooting the ball, playing great defense, reacting to everything. Solano's got to figure out a way to shut her down. We're going to dive right back in here in the second half action here in the Solano Community College Gymnasium for the matchup between your Solano Lady Falcons against the Sacramento City Panthers. And we got a good game for you, so let's get to the action. And there she is, Ashlyn Monk driving the lane again. She puts up the shot, and it's stuck. How many times do you see that? Didn't DeAndre Jordan do that a couple days ago?
He was trying to Brandon Knight somebody, and he Brandon Knighted the rim and got it stuck.
Oh, hey. A spectator came out and got the ball out. Claps for him. No clap. He has an LA hat on.
Oh, Never mind. Okay.
We are loyal to our Bay Area teams here in Northern California. Taylor Hamilton gives it to Justice Robertson. Over to Ariel Clay. Back to Denisha Laundrie. Denisha dribbling, crossing. Dishes it out to Laura. Laura Lawson tries to get it to Taylor Hamilton, and she comes down with the ball. Dishes it to Laura. Denisha. She tried to put it up, and Laura rebounds it off the swap, puts it up and in, and it's good. Hey, and no foul through the first minute.
Hey! Well, the first minute's not over yet.
Oh, Bebe Williams up and in, and there's a low post game that Sac City's been trying to do all day, but it's been shut down.
Solano's done a good job of containing Bebe Williams, but at the expense of allowing Ashley Monk to do whatever she wants.
4-3 by number 5, Justice Robertson. Great pass by Taylor Hamilton there. Just a little skip pass and up and in.
Great core vision.
Down low to Bebe Williams again. She tried to put it up. Nothing there. Laura Lawson with the rebound.
You're gonna say that a lot this season.
Taylor Hamilton. Oh, behind the back dribble, driving the lane, fadeaway jumper, and it's not. Oh, and it's gonna be a foul.
And another foul.
And the fouling begins here in the second half.
We're going to keep track of them.
This will bring Taylor Hamilton to the free throw line, a 52% shooter. Let's see if Taylor can knock him down here. Looks like there's a little confusion going on here between the referees and the score officials.
I think they were just conferring and making sure they knew who the foul was on. They said it's number 21, Kendra Snowden, who committed that foul.
The first is up, and the shooters roll.
Home rims.
You practice on them, you play on them, you gotta love them, right? And a second free throw for Miss Taylor Hamilton. And it's good. She makes them both. And we have a double-digit lead, first time since the beginning of the first half. Falcons up 37-26 with 18:15 left to play in the second half. And Ashlyn Monk driving the lane again. She tries to dish off to Bebe Williams. Nothing there. Picked up by number 11, Adriana Jones, and she is fouled.
That's just a frustration foul.
Nikki and Dye. I'm sorry, Nikki. Would that be a flagrant foul there, Mike? Would that be a flagrant foul? Or?
No. I mean, there was no malicious intent there. She was just frustrated because it was another turnover, and they're down by 11.
And Taylor Hamilton just took her eye off the ball for one slight second, and number 3, Raelle Ross, took the ball right out of her hands, controlling the ball for Sacramento City.
Good hands by Justice Robinson to get a piece of that.
Inbound to number 11, Ashlyn Monk. Ashlyn gives the Unique Woodson. Back to Ashlyn for 3, and it's no good. Rebounded by Sacramento. Unique Woodson running the point, calling out her play. Dribbles to the right, nothing working there. She's trapped up top. And there's a reach-in foul on number 33, Laura Lawson.
And, I'm noticing that Sacramento City is throwing screen after screen to try to get Ashlyn open.
She's their go-to.
There's a screen there.
And Ashlyn was there, but they didn't give it to her. They gave it to Kendra Snowden, Katie Thompson. Dishes it back out. Raelle Ross tries to put it up, nothing there. Laura Lawson, great defense in the low post. Trying to come over the rebound there. Taylor Hamilton comes out, and she draws a foul. Mike?
And another foul.
Thank you.
Who is that I'm impersonating?
Would that
I think it's Marv Albert.
Would it be Marv Albert? Yes.
Yes!
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it would!
It's definitely not Dickie V.
Oh, wow! You're not going to talk about the great Dick Vitale. Trifecta, you betcha.
Nikki and Daya running the point. Gets the ball to Justice Robertson. Justice working down the left side of the lane. Puts it up, nothing there. Rebounded by number 22, Kira Beecham.
Lucky that wasn't backcourt there.
All right.
We got a little close to the line.
Woodson gives it to Ashlyn Monk for 3, and it's good. You can't keep giving her those looks all game.
Somebody should just face guard Ashlyn Monk.
They should just
make sure she does not get the ball. Nicole White was doing a good job at the end of the first half. Might want to bring her in just for the defense.
Here's Kira. Passes to Ariel. Ariel, little post move, puts up the jumper. No good. Little off the mark. Just barely nicked the read. Rebounded by number 10, Unique Woodson for Sacramento City College. Ashlyn controlling the ball. Ariel Clay all up in her grill. Good post move by number 22, Brittany Harper, but there's a foul called, Mike.
And another foul! It's going to be a long game.
It's going to be a long game. I mean, it is past 9 o'clock here on a Friday night here in Solano Community College Gymnasium. We're watching a great basketball game here.
Celebrating the end of finals week with a basketball game.
And maybe a little more extra celebratory after the game here. Maybe go out and go get some ice cream at Baskin Robbins. That sounds good. I know you like your ice cream, Mike.
You know me too well, Stosh.
What, triple chocolate chunk with sprinkles?
I might just have to leave here. You might have to do this on your own.
You getting hungry?
A little bit.
And it looks like Sacramento City is going back to that full court press.
Whoop!
Nikki and Dye gives to Ariel Clay. She had a good look, but once again, Ashlyn
deep three.
I don't know about that shot there. How about you, Mike? Would you have rather done the lane?
And Denisha's 0 for 5 on threes. She made that long 2 in the first half, but that's all she's really done as far as jump shots.
Once again, Sacramento works the ball into the hands of Ashlyn Monk, who is having a phenomenal game for them. And she rolls off. She puts up a 3, and it's no good. Just banks off the right rim and back down. And they are calling a foul on Denisha Lundy. And they're calling a shooting foul, and it's going to be an and one. I'm not sure if I agree with that call.
I don't either. It was a long time between when the foul would have occurred and then the shot going in and then the whistle calling. So, well, the whistle called before the shot went in, but I don't know if it was a shooting foul.
You know what I've really been seeing in this game, though? It's been a lot of emotional changes throughout the game. You know, Solano start putting up points and they go cold. Then Sacramento City will start putting up a lot of points and then go cold. It's been a really up and down game for both teams.
And another foul.
Was it? I don't believe it was a foul.
Well, then what was it? Why would they stop the game?
I didn't hear a whistle blow.
I heard a whistle blow. That's why they're taking it out.
Oh, okay. Solano's leads back to 4. Sacramento City won't let this game get away from them. They're staying with these Lady Falcons.
And every time they start to drop back, they go into a press coverage, but they can't sustain it for that long. They can't sustain it for the entire game like Solano can.
Adriana to Ariel. Ariel back to Adriana, and she gets her pocket picked by number 11, Ashlyn Monk, up for the lead. Oh! And she missed a wide open layup there. Nobody around.
She's done that a couple of times so far. This game would be a lot different if she'd made some of her layups. But going back to the Solano possession, I don't know if Coach Boychert has taught and stressed triple threat position, but there wasn't a lot of that going on in that possession. A lot of ball up over the head. All you can do there is pass.
Oh, great backdoor cut there by number 14, Adriana Jones. And there's an and one for number 20, Ariel Clay.
And at some point, do you just stop playing defense? They're calling a foul every single time. So what do you do?
Keep doing what you're doing. It's getting to the free throw line. You know you're slowing down the game a little bit, letting the girls catch their breath, and getting free points on the board. Like that. And it leads back up to 7 for the Lady Falcons. And they continue to play this full court press that they are doing such a great job on doing today. Oh, stolen away by number 20, Ariel Clay, coming up the court. She's dribbling. She stops. She puts up the jumper. Oh, and just rims out. Rebounded by Adriana. Back to Ariel. Ariel, drive down lane again. Left-hand layup. Up and in. Good.
And the bench getting up for that one. That was a nice play.
That was a great drive right there by number 20, Ariel Clay. And here comes Ashlyn Monk trying to answer that great drive. Dishes it off to Katie Thompson. Back to Ashlyn Monk. Ashlyn telling your ISO. Trying to get the ISO. Trying to get the ball there. Great defense by number 24, Taylor Hamilton. And Sacramento City's coach is looking very frustrated on the sidelines. Oh. And it's going to be Solano ball. Great defense by number 11, Nikki Ndaya. Way to swat the ball out of the hand and kicked off the foot of a Sacramento City defender and giving him the ball back.
I've done that a couple times in 2K.
Well, this is real life, Mike, not video games.
It's still basketball.
Adriana for 3.
Trifecta, you betcha.
That is good. Oh, they're going for the home run here. Oh. And Taylor Hamilton's going to get called with a foul, and she just looked like she tripped over her own shoelaces. Was her shoes untied? I'm not too sure.
She checked them. She was looking at her ankles, making sure. They got a little tripped up, and I guess the ball wouldn't have gone out of bounds had that not happened, so got to call a foul because the defense impeded it. I don't know.
Checking back in for your Lady Falcons is number 5, Justice Robertson. Sacramento, oh, she has a wide open look over there in the corner, and she just couldn't finish. Pushed up by Denisha Lundy. Denisha, up tempo, gets the ball to Taylor. Taylor, oh, up and under, and oh! What a play by number 24, Taylor Hamilton. Going through a defender, up and under and in. What a beautiful move.
I thought she was going to pass.
She is exciting to watch, Mike. That is a for sure.
A lot of Chris Paul comparisons.
Yes. Hey, when you can be compared to Chris Paul, that's saying something about your game there, huh?
And you look up at the scoreboard, and all of a sudden it's a 14-point game.
I told you, these swings, these emotional swings back and forth, Solano's really riding on this big, turnover press. Keep going, pushing the ball. And, spectacular plays from Taylor Hamilton and Ariel Clay. I mean, these two are just dynamos.
So if Solano is to win this game tonight, they will face Communist River tomorrow at 6 p.m. If they are to lose, they'll face Shasta College in the next round. And, last year, Shabbat won the Solano Showdown, but they have to go against DVC. DVC's no joke. DVC is no slouch.
Number 7 in the state.
Number 7 in the state. Number 4 in Northern California.
Wow.
Solano not ranked in the overall rankings, but in the North Pole, they are in the North Pole.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, ho, ho, ho. They are number 12 in Northern California. God, I hate my life now. I didn't mean to do that.
No pun intended. Well, looks like we have a full time out here.
So if you're Sacramento City, what do you need to do? If you're the coach of Sacramento City, what are you saying to your squad to help you get back into this game?
Number 1, tighten up on defense. Let Solano take those perimeter shots. They haven't been knocking them down on game. They've been taking them a lot. Even though in late they made a couple threes here and there, but when you get an open look, you shouldn't make that shot. But if I'm the coach of Sacramento City, I'm saying get the ball to Ashlyn Monk. Ashlyn, drive the lane every time. The way the fouls have been called in this game, get Solano into foul trouble, and then win it from the free throw line. You got to slow down the game clock some way, somehow. Oh, and there's another emotional swing that I was talking about.
That was designed.
That was pure design.
That entire timeout was spent drawing up that play.
At least you have to do with Jason Kidd and, have his teammate, his player, walk into him to spill a glass so he can get into the playoff.
You think he had that one dialed up, or that one just come to him?
I think it's something of his long playing career he's done once or twice. Of Great move by Denisha Lundy. Tries it, looking. Oh, gets it in the hand of Kai Roberts. Back to Adriana Jones running the point here. To Kai Roberts looking to Adriana. Adriana looking down low to number 5, Justice Robertson. Up another left-hand layup. Up and in. It is good.
A lot of left-hand layups. I'm liking it. And Nicole White coming in to guard Ashlyn Monk.
You know, she's a little firecracker out there. She's very, oh, it looked like the bench. She puts up the shot, nothing there. Nicole White with the rebound. You know, she's that spark. She's the sixth man that you like having come off the bench to bring energy to your team. And now this is starting to look like a track meet up and down the court. And I guess that's why you do all those, what do you call them? The
suicides.
There we go. Rebounded by Nicole White again.
And there's no reason why she should get the rebound.
She's the smallest player on the court, and she just had 2 back-to-back rebounds. Like you say, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. 22, Brittany Harper, up and good.
Tickles the twine.
Denisha Lundy pushing the ball quickly up court. Gets it to Justice Robertson. She tries. She goes through 2 defenders, knocks them both down, and she'll split a pair of free throws, 1-1.
And I don't know what Ashlyn was trying to accomplish there, but she ran into the player and then fell down expecting a charge.
You know, Ashlyn has to watch out. I'm not quite sure. I think she either has 3 fouls, 2 or 3 fouls on the night.
She has a lot. She has more than a couple.
I think the whole team, both teams have
Denisha
a lot.
Lund, Justice Robertson, averaging 7.1 points per game.
Hey, she's from your alma mater.
Yep, Armio. My voice kind of gave out there.
Hitting puberty again, Mike?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was distracted by that free throw attempt.
Check it in, Christina Contouris.
Currently, the Rockets are playing the Warriors. That kind of looks like a Dwight Howard free throw.
Yeah. Or Shaquille O'Neal for all those. Well, I don't know. Kids nowadays probably don't know who Shaq is. That's a sad thing. Rael Ross controlling the point. She's stuck up top. Gets it to number 22, Brittany Harper. Dishes it back to Lakia White. Driving the lane is number 33, Alexis Campus. Yes. Taylor Hamilton with another move up and under. She'll go to the line again. Mike, take it away.
Another foul.
Foul goes to number 3, Rael Ross, and that's her 3rd personal. 16 foul here in the second half of this exciting matchup. Checking back into the game for your Lady Falcons is number 20, Ariel Clay, and number 11, Nikki Andaya. And she makes them both. I didn't quite know what Christina was doing down there.
She wanted the ball.
Little brain fart there. It happens when you're competing. You know.
Can we send that into Shackton a fool?
All right, about SC's not top 10. Oh, good defense by Taylor Hamilton. Just swatting the ball into the backcourt. Shot clock winding down. Sac City puts up a shot, and it's good.
You know, I'm surprised a reach-in call wasn't called there. Definite contact with the body.
Denisha Lundy pushing the tempo. Left hand, nope, no go. What I like to see from Solano now is that maybe, you know, there's a little bit over 10 minutes left in the game. You have a lead. Maybe start dwindling the clock down a little bit. Look for that open shot instead of trying to put these shots up that aren't really open.
You know, I disagree. You've gotten this lead based off of your tempo, and if you slow the game down, you play right into Sacramento's hands.
And another foul and one.
And the
brings
crowd goes wild.
Brittany Harper to the line. See if she can complete this.
But I think the scouting report might be out on Brittany Harper because the last couple possessions I've seen Solano use Brittany Harper almost as a screen to get to the basket. She doesn't have the same lateral quickness that a lot of these girls do.
And that's a 3rd personal foul for Christina Contouris. And she completes a three-point play. Checking back in is number 33, Laura Lawson. Now it's back to a 9-point game. Once again, these emotional shifts keep going back and forth. Ariel on top, gives it to Denisha. Denisha looking around. She finds Laura. Laura on the high post, drives the lane, right-hand shot, and she's fouled to bring her to the line to shoot 2.
And another foul!
And I did not quite see who the foul was on, but brings Laura back to the line. 41% free throw shooter here. Oh, and it's no good. What's the first thing you would do if you're Coach Borchert and practice on Monday?
Free throws.
Exactly.
Begin and end every practice with 100 free throws. That's what I always did.
This game should be, as many free throws as Solano's missed tonight, this game should be really out of reach, but they still have a good sizable lead. Let's see if they can capitalize it and ride it out. Good defense by Ariel Clay. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Screen to the left.
Coach calls number 4.
Good block by number 21, Denisha Lundy. Good bounce pass to Taylor Hamilton, and Taylor does not miss those, and that's good for 2.
Oh, that reminds me of Steph Curry slinging it through the Clippers defense to Jarrett Jack last season. It was on all the top 10 plays. Beautiful pass.
Beautiful pass by Denisha Lundy. Shot for 3. Oh, and they're calling him. Mike, just take it.
And another foul. I'm going to throw up my voice if I keep doing that. But you're taught from an early age, if somebody's gonna shoot a 3, fly by, not through.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the shooter's hand side, so the correct defense there would have been to run behind her and bother the shot with your right or left hand on the shooting hand side, not in front where they can kick out that leg, draw contact, follow through lower. There's a lot of things they can do.
Something that Kobe Bryant is very good at is selling fouls.
He's also really good at hurting his ankles. So.
Well, it's better than your knees, like D-Rose. And that was a third personal foul, number 11, Nikki Adaya. Checking in is Danica Carlisle, number 10. And she makes it.
This one of the more competitive games tonight.
Yeah, most of all the games, the earlier games were mostly blowouts. And I mean, the score has Solano up by a couple, by 9 to be exact. But it seems like a much closer game than the scoreboard relies right now. It feels like a 1-point game or maybe even a tie game the way these teams are going at it.
Well, that's just a product of the system, really.
Mm-hmm. Ariel Clay to inbound, gets it out to Taylor Hamilton. Taylor drives the lane, put up jumper. Oh, just off the mark a little bit. And here comes Ashlyn Monk. Looking for something, puts it down low on baseline. It's up and good for number 32, B.B. Williams. Oh, my mistake. Number 22, Brittany Harper. Nikki controlling the ball at the point. Gives it to Taylor. Taylor scanning the court. Has Laura Lawson down up high. Drops it down low to Ariel Clay. Turnaround jumper. Bank shot. Nothing. Oh, Laura Lawson drives the lane and she draws a foul. Bringing her to shoot 2.
A lot of offensive rebounds from Solano. A lot of hustle points.
Yes. That's definitely something that you could say about this team. They hustle. They go after every ball. I mean, they have fight. A lot of fight.
And that's a product of the conditioning. Once again, that's full court pressure, offensive rebounds. It's all the same general category.
That's great coaching right there.
That is great coaching. Another aspect of great coaching, these girls are buying into the system. They're not playing hero ball. They're not letting their egos get in the way. The offensive program is push the ball, swing the ball, and there's not a lot of isolation play, and it's really fun to watch.
Yes, yes it is. And I love this full court press all game long. Just get in their face, tire them out, wear them down, and win the ball game. Moving the ball, moving the ball. Unique Woodson to Ashlyn Monk. Ashlyn gets tripped up there. Oh, Taylor Hamilton almost made a great play, but she was called again for the
foul. Kind of threw me off there. Said most of what I was going to say. But, you know, I'll live with that foul. That's a foul trying to make something happen. That's not a boneheaded foul. That is a foul incidentally.
But that's Taylor Hamilton's 4th personal foul. It puts her into foul trouble for the rest of the game, and that's one player you can't afford to lose in this Solano team. Checking in is number 14, Adriana Jones.
So let's mark this time. 8 minutes, 12 seconds left, 7-point lead. Let's see what happens for the next 5 minutes until they bring Taylor back in. Let's see what happens to this lead.
Well, Ariel Clay just also checked in. She was getting a break, but after that foul, she had to come back in. She makes them both. Denisha Lundy coming up the court. Gives it to Justice. Justice driving the lane, high dribble, up and in.
Charge. And she has to be careful. Justice has to be careful that she doesn't get a technical called on her.
She wears her emotions on her sleeve. There's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes
in basketball, there actually is.
It looks like Solano's dropping back into man-to-man zone at half court. Oh, Ariel Clay's all up in the grill of number 11, Ashlyn Monk. She is playing some great defense, forcing Sac City to call a timeout. This will be 30-second timeout.
And you put the longer, taller Ariel Clay on Ashlyn Monk to try to shut her down. Ariel Clay has a lot of lateral quickness, a lot of athleticism, maybe be able to keep up a little bit better than some of the other girls.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's probably by far the best defender that Solano has on their team. She just lights out.
A great two-way player.
Mm-hmm. Got to play two-way basketball.
And she does it in other areas, too. She's second in the team in rebounds. She's averaging over 5 rebounds a game as well.
Yeah.
So we talk about Taylor Hamilton. You can't forget about Ariel Clay.
I know. Ariel's definitely she's been underrated from us.
Yeah, we haven't been keeping close tabs on her.
Which definitely from now on for the rest of the season, definitely a player to watch. Oh, a three's put up with 6 seconds on the shot clock. No good. Sac City comes down with the rebound. Another offensive rebound controlled by Rael Ross. Gets it to Unique Woodson. She's setting up the play. She has double screen up top. Nothing working. Great defense by Solano on the high post. And the ball is out, and it's going to stay Sacramento's ball. Great defense. Great
defense.
Great help coming up from the low post.
Yeah, I thought if Sacramento City could move the ball quickly enough, it was going to end in 2 points, but it didn't. She held onto the ball too long, tried to dribble out of the trap, and it didn't work.
Shot clock winding down. They got to put up a shot here. And they do, and they make it. And this is a 4-point game with 7:05 left here in the second half. Swings it around to Ariel Clay. Ariel looking. Gets it to Adriana. Adriana to Laura. Laura to Denisha. Denisha drives up and under, and there's a foul call. And it's going to bring it to the line to shoot 2. And that's another foul going to number 11, Ashlyn Monk, trying to draw the charge again.
That time she did a little bit better job getting in position, but her feet weren't set. She was sliding the right foot over still.
Surprisingly, that's only her second personal foul of the game.
That is impressive. That's actually really impressive because she's been all over the floor.
By far, Sacramento City's best player tonight.
Oh, completely. We went in the game putting exclamation points all over Bebe Williams. We haven't called her name tonight.
I don't even think she's touched the floor in the second half here, except for the beginning.
Well, she's been in foul trouble for most of the night. And after that frustration foul early in the second half, I think Coach just took her out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good cut move to left. Ariel Clay, good defense. But look at Oh, no finish. Wow. Rebound came up by Kristen Coles. Keep pushing the ball up here. Laura with the ball. The shot's no good by number 11, Nikki Ndaya. Solano has a 6-point lead. 6:18 left on the clock. Sac City's looking a little tired. Their legs must be getting a little slow. Down low to the low post. It's up and good.
You don't need much legs for that.
Denisha gives it to Kristen. Kristen to Ariel. Ariel rolling around to Nikki. Nikki trying to find a lane. Nothing working there. Double team there. Gives the ball to Laura. Laura looking. Gives the ball to Denisha. Denisha looking. Trying to drive the lane. Once again, double teamed in there. To Nikki. Nikki puts up a 3. Oh, it was almost in. From where I'm sitting, I thought it was going to go in. Good little skip pass by number 11, Ashlyn Monk. And we have ourselves a ball game, folks.
2-point game. Sacramento City has switched to a 2-3 zone, denying anything inside and forcing Solano to take jump shots.
You know, having Taylor Hamilton off the floor is really kind of slowing up the Solano's offense.
And you see this offense gets a little bit stagnant when she's not on the floor.
Laura trying to force a shot, nothing working there. Came down, rebound by number 11, Ashlyn Monk, running up the floor through 2 Solano defenders, tries to go pass behind her back, and she gets fouled. And another foul.
Yeah, there you go. I can't do them all. Now it's going to be 2 free throws.
And this gives
here on out.
And this gives Ashlyn 2 shots to tie the game.
And I don't think this has been tied since 0-0.
Mm-hmm. Solano's been having a commanding lead most of the game. And Sac City's 1 point away from bringing this back to a 0-0 ball game. What a performance by Ashlyn Monk, though.
I mean, completely. She held them afloat during the first half, and she has taken over in the second half.
And she makes them both, and we have ourselves a tie ball game, folks. With 5 minutes left.
Throw everything out for the first 35 minutes. You play a 5-minute basketball game. And who looks tired now? With 5 seconds. 5 seconds of defense.
And I believe there is no foul.
No, there's just great defense.
There is no foul. There is a timeout called by Solano. It's
a turnover. It's Sacramento ball because in college, if you play good defense and you're tightly guarded for 5 seconds or more, it's a delay. It's a foul.
Like a delay of game.
Sort of, yeah.
Wow, folks. I did not think this game would come down to this close. I mean,
but luckily, Solano still has plenty of timeouts left.
Which is going to be crucial down here in the stretch with 4:49 left here in the second half.
Now you have the luxury of calling timeouts, drawing up plays, and allowing yourself to get back in it. But we talked about it. We took a mark at the 8-minute mark, and we said 7-point lead, what's going to happen? And you see without Taylor Hamilton in foul trouble, 7 points lead is gone. It is a brand new ball game.
You know what? We got a break here. Let's do a little station identification. I'm Staj Zamora with my broadcast partner, Mike McLeod, calling the game from SCSN, Solano College Sports Network, your home for Falcon Sports. And if you are watching the game, you can go obviously on our YouTube channel. Also go to our Facebook page, Solano Sports Network, on Facebook, and give us a like. You know, we don't have enough likes. We only have a couple hundred.
There's not enough liking in the world.
Yeah, I guess they don't like us. But hey, if you're out there listening, give us a like.
I like us.
I like us. All right, Ariel Clay. I told you. They called a timeout before the play was blown
They did call the timeout before the play. But it would have been Sacramento City ball.
Yes. Denisha gives the ball to Ariel. Ariel looking for the shot. Nothing working there. They have to get something working here. Christina almost traveled there. Oh, trying to get the ball to Nikki. Nikki puts it up, and it's good! That ends the drought there. Puts Solano up by 2. And they're going back to the full court press. More of a 2-man trap on the full court. And Bebe Williams is back in the game.
Well, they've been feeding the post again and again, and it's worked so far.
Good block by number 20, Ariel Clay.
I actually think that's going to be considered a steal because she was passing to Bebe Williams.
Trying to get the ball to Nikki. Nikki trying to get the ball down to Justice. Gives it back to Denisha. Denisha stops, resetting the play. Calling out. Matt Borchard is yelling over on the sideline. Ariel Clay. They're just moving the ball around. Shot clock winding down. Deep 3. Nothing there. Rebounded by Bebe Williams.
Denisha is now 0 for 6 on threes.
She may be over. Hey, it only takes 1.
It only takes 1, but she could have taken less than 6.
Oh, good skip pass from Bebe Williams and number 22, Brittany Harper, and Brittany just couldn't finish. Nikki pushing the ball quick up court, dropping it down to number 5, Justice Robertson, and she puts it in for 2.
And that's a beautiful heads-up play to have the court vision to see that Justice was all alone underneath the basket. It's hard when you're not. I mean, I've never had that problem because I've been taller than everybody else on the court, so I've been able to see everybody. But it's hard when you got bodies in the way to see that there's nobody around and you can get the ball there. It's hard to thread that needle. And
yeah, you know, back in my playing days, I ran the point guard, so, you know, you're the big guy I always had to look for. See, at the point, you got to run around. It's hard to see.
I was Karl Malone, you were John Stockton.
Hey, I mean, John Stockton did have some nice shorts, all right?
That's true.
And Solano has 2 full timeouts left and 1 30-second, and I believe Sac City has 1 full and 1 30-second.
And this is going to be a fun 3 minutes. I mean, you thought this game could have ended early. Solano came out, had the energy, had the motivation, the determination to put this game away.
Has home court advantage.
You know, I'm not so sure. There's a huge Sacramento City following here today.
And for all you listening to us, to our broadcast, we're going to chime in. The Warriors are playing the Houston Rockets in Oracle Arena in Oakland, and they are trailing 96-93 with 5:16 left in that game.
So for the next 3 minutes and 13 seconds, I'm going to be very stressed out for the rest of this game.
For the Lady Falcons and for the Golden State Warriors.
Completely. But, you know, Solano comes first.
Oh, always. We love our Falcon sports. That is true. Unique Woodson. To Kendra Snowden. Kendra driving the lane, left-handed layup, just banks it off right into the hands of Denisha Lundy. Pushing the ball quickly up court. She finds Taylor Hamilton up. She puts up the shot. Oh, it is no good. Rimming in and out. Passed up to Ashlyn Monk. Ashlyn double team. Great defense by Solano. Ariel Clay up with the ball. It's a 3-on-1 advantage. Passes off to Denisha. Denisha back down to Ariel. Ariel puts up the shot. Oh, just couldn't quite get it to roll in there.
And that's too fast of a break.
4-point lead for Solano. Unique Woodson dribbling it down. Bebe Williams up top. Scanning the court. Trying to get the ball into the hands of number 11, Ashlyn Monk for 3. Oh,
she made a couple of those in the first half.
Bebe Williams up, and she couldn't get the foul. She'll come up to shoot 2.
Another foul, although
no,
there have been less fouls in this half.
Since it's gotten a closer game.
Let the players decide the game.
Let them play. Let them play, refs. Let them play.
And there you see the Sacramento City College coach discussing the play with one of her players, number 21.
Kendra Snowden.
There you go. See, we're a good team.
Yeah. Man, you can cut the tension in here with a knife right now, Mike. Everybody is quiet, on the edge of their seats, excited to see what's going to happen next. You know, kind of like a Scooby-Doo reference. You know, when Scooby-Doo cuts through the fog and makes a donut, takes a bite of the donut.
Don't talk about donuts right now.
Donuts.
I'm still trying to get over the ice cream.
Ooh, Bebe Williams makes her first shot. And that makes it a one-possession game now.
But we haven't talked about Kendra Snowden enough. Kendra Snowden is the team leader in points, second in the team in rebounds. We haven't said her name enough, and I think it's because Ariel Clay's been on her for a while now.
Denisha Lundy pressing it up quick. Almost mishandles the ball there. Gives it to Ariel Clay. Ariel dribbling, trapped in the corner, looking for an outlet. She gets it to Nikki. Nikki Ndaya comes up with the ball in the corner, gets it back to Ariel. 12 seconds on the shot clock. She drives left. She puts up the shot, and she is fouled. It's going to be a charging foul given to number 20, Ariel Clay. And great set block by number 32, Bebe Williams.
And she put her hands straight up. If Bebe had put her arms forward instead of straight up, it would have been a blocking foul.
Now, what do you do here, Mike? You're down by 2, minute 46 left in the ball game.
Well, what you don't do is try to get a 3. You don't need a 3. If it's open, you take it.
But you don't do that. You need to tie the ball game now. Solano pushing the ball quickly up court. Slowing it down a little bit. Tanisha gets it to Ariel. Ariel down to Laura. Laura looking around, back to Ariel. Ariel, pull-up jumper. It is good!
There is ice in her veins. Absolutely deadly from the elbow. And I was just about to say that Solano needs to slow down that possession and make sure that they get points. Now it's a 2-possession game and a 30-second shot clock.
With a minute 22 left to play in the second half.
So Sacramento City theoretically gets at least 3 possessions. If Sacramento City pitches the shutout, they have a chance to win this, but they do need to do just that, pitch a shutout, because even if you score right now, unless you get a 3, say they get a 2, it's 62-60. If they come back and make it a 2-possession game again, now you can only really hope to tie, because if I'm the coach, I slow down the ball. I make sure I milk every second of that 30 seconds to make sure that there's just as little time left as possible.
And the crucial thing is there's no fouls to give. Both teams are in the bonuses. You can't afford sending somebody to the line for 2 free points. Controlled by Kendra Snowden up top. Gets it to Ashlyn Monk, and she gets it stolen away by Denisha Lundy. Gives it to Justice Robertson. Oh, she couldn't climb up the layup there. Ariel Clay on down on the court trying to get the ball. Controlled by Sac City. Sac City pushing the ball. We're under a minute, folks. She drives the lane. Left-handed layup, not there. Rebounded. Puts it back up, not there, and a foul is called.
Wow. Justice Robinson has an easy layup, but decides to take the shot for the contact rather than taking the shot to make the shot. And on the other side as well, another blown layup.
But offensive rebounds.
Offensive rebounds.
Second chance opportunities are something you got to kill. Ooh. And now it goes to a 1-possession game. And here comes a spark plug checking in for your Lady Falcons. Number 23.
Nicole
White.
Deemed by many to be the funniest player of the team, she is all business on the court.
And she makes them both. And it's a 2-point ball game with 54.4 seconds left on the clock. Folks, for some of you that maybe just be joining us right now, it was mostly a one-sided game, and Solano controlled the game most of the game. They were up at most of 14 points. They were down, had to lead the whole first half, and it wasn't until about 5 minutes in the game where Sac City actually tied the ball game, and now Solano's clinging on to a 2-point lead.
Yeah, our scoreboard is wrong. It says it is 62-59. It's actually 62-60.
Somebody's not doing their job down there.
Somebody's about to get to C in class instead of a B.
Yep. And he definitely heard us. I see him chuckling down there.
And there you see the scoreboard, 62-60, 54.4 seconds left.
Both teams in the bonus. This has been an up-tempo game, exciting to watch. I mean, it felt like a tie game the whole game, even though Solano's been cruising.
I was so surprised. I looked up at the scoreboard and it was a 14-point lead, which will make this comeback, if Sacramento City can make this comeback and finish it out, will be an impressive victory considering how much they were down.
Yep. Well, 30-second shot clock. We're under a minute. Solano gets the ball here. What do you do?
You can go a 2-for-1. Get a shot in the first 15 seconds, but make sure it's a good shot. And make sure that you don't leave enough time for Sacramento to come back and get a 2-for-1 as well.
Who do you give the ball to at this point in the game?
You know, that's a good question. I think Ariel Clay has been money from that elbow jumper, but so has she.
Denisha to Nikki. Nikki gets it to Justice. Justice swings it to Nicole. Nicole looking around, gets the ball back to Nikki at the point. Nikki driving the lane. She puts up a layup. Oh, couldn't quite get a drop. And who's in the middle of the pile is Nicole White with a huge rebound for the Lady Falcons. And
now they have to foul. They have to foul.
And Coach Matt Borchard calls a timeout.
Sacramento has to foul. So now you put in all 5 of your best
shooters,
free throw shooters.
All right, let's go down here. That would be Justice Robertson at 53%. Nikki Andaya is an 83% shooter. Then, of course, Taylor Hamilton at 73%. And then Ariel Clay, of course, at 55%. And even Kira Beecham. We haven't seen a lot of her tonight, but she's a 62% free throw shooter. What a rebound by Nicole White. I told you she's a spark plug in this team. She fights for everything.
And it's so impressive. It's almost a Dennis Rodman Napoleon complex. 6'7" Garden Shaq, who's 7'1". There's no task too tall for Nicole White.
She always seems to be where the ball is. I mean, you could be watching. You can turn your back for 1 minute and you hear a rebound. Oh no! Look who it is, Nicole White.
Whenever she's on the court, just assume that you're going to call her name.
Yep. Now, since they did, well, I wouldn't foul here, Mike, personally.
Well, there's no
shot clock.
There's no shot clock.
22 seconds left. Ariel Clay.
So you can hold on the ball.
Gets the ball to Nicole. Nicole dribbling out. Gets the ball to Justice. Justice to Nikki. Nikki back to Nicole. Nicole.
They're taking too much time.
Denisha.
They can run out the clock. There you go. Finally.
And Denisha Lundy, a 64% free throw shooter. All she has to make one. The way, the only person on Sacramento City that's really been making any threes is Ashlyn Monk. But as of late, in the past 5 minutes, she's gone ice cold. Her hot streak is really worn out.
And
she makes the first one. That's crucial. That's crucial
now
right there.
You're up by 3. Do you foul if you're Solano? You're only allowed 2 foul shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what they're discussing right now.
That's a smart play. I have to agree with that. But the thing is, say they make the first, and they miss the second one, easy layup. Put Bebe Williams down there in the low post. I mean, she can dominate that low post, box out, get the rebound. But, hey, you put Nicole White on Bebe Williams, I guarantee Nicole gets the ball.
Well, you have a 3-point lead. If you make this shot, you don't have to worry about anything because it's a 2-possession game with 10 seconds left. But if you miss, I say foul.
Mm-hmm. Yep, give them the 2 points, get the ball, get the foul again. So there's only 10 seconds left on the clock, but it could be another half hour with all these fouls that we're talking about.
I'll tell you, after a week of finals, I'm tired.
No, I'm exhausted, man.
So we can only imagine how tired they are, both mentally and physically on the court.
And this is a long time out here.
I don't know if this is right
Coach Matt Borchard over there. He's probably getting a little inspirational speech over there. Win one for the Gipper kind of speech. All right, folks.
So you still have to take this shot. You're hoping to make it, and you don't have a lot of problems. Mm-hmm. Miss it, then you have to game plan.
Well, Solano still has 1 timeout left, so that helps.
But Sacramento doesn't.
Here it goes. Oh, and she makes it, and that's going to ice the game right there. 10 seconds left. That's a dagger through the heart of all you Sacramento City fans. Looks like Solano might be coming away with the victory here.
Well, we don't want to count chickens before they hatch, but it is a four-point lead, 2-possession lead, 10.4 seconds left. It was a fun
I don't
game.
believe in miracles.
You don't want to believe in miracles. You can't handle miracles. I'm ad-libbing, but, you know.
So if the score stands the way it is with 10 seconds left on the clock, the Lady Falcons will be moving on to the next round here at the Solano Showdown.
But just for the sake of argument, Sacramento City could still win this one.
Mm-hmm.
They get a quick 2 foul, and they'll get the ball back.
There has been opportunity a couple times in this game for a 4-point play.
That's true.
You know what? If she's going to shoot a 3, let her shoot it. That's what I say. Just if put a hand in the face, do not even get near her, let her shoot it. There hasn't been one player on the floor tonight that has been consistently making these threes.
But you have to put in the hands of Ashlyn Monk.
You have to. But you never know. They might go down, drop the ball down real low, real quick. The Bebe Williams, she puts it up. Maybe she gets fouled. 3-point play. Then you come back and you defend the ball, puts it back up for 2.
Oh, and they're not advancing the ball because that was a timeout from Solano. So now they have to go the length of the court. That's a lot different.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you know Solano can play this full court press.
Matt Boychert instructing his team to back up.
And 8-7. And it's stolen away by number 11, Nikki Ndiaye. She is fouled with 3 seconds left on the clock.
She's fouled, but it's not going to do any good. There's 3 seconds left, and probably after these 2 free throws, it's going to be a 6-point lead.
Not only that, she is an 83% free throw shooter. The closest thing you can say to money in the bag. Make one. Game over. Solano victory is in. And here goes the first shot. And she makes it. And that's the ball game, folks.
Well, let's not say it's the ball game until it's the ball game, but
it's a 2-possession game with 3 seconds left. And she makes them both. Ice runs through her veins also. 2, she puts up a Hail Mary. And the Solano Lady Falcons come out with the W tonight. The score of 66-60 over the Sacramento City Panthers. That's, Solano Lady Falcons won their first meeting against Sacramento 63-58, and they won this one 66-60. Both teams were in foul trouble all game with the bonus going on, but Solano had a 14-point lead with about 7 minutes to play, and Sacramento came back to tie the game with 5 minutes left right after Taylor Hamilton suffered her 4th foul. But Sacramento City showed a lot of fight in today's game. They did not back down. And number 11, Ashlyn Monk, has to be the player of the game for Sacramento City. She left it all out on the court. She played offense. She played defense. She had a great game. But for the player of the game from Solano and of the whole game is number 20, Ariel Clay. And down on the sidelines is Mike, and I believe he's getting ready to interview our player of the game, Miss Ariel Clay. Ariel played some lights-out defense. She was scoring. She had ice running through her veins. She made some clutch shots when she needed to. Oh, what a great performance. Mike, you ready? Here you go.
Good to come out in front of your home, your home team, everybody out here supporting you. So it was a lot of high energy. I loved it.
High energy indeed. And in the last game you played against Sacramento, you had 9.6 rebounds. Today you broke double digits, 14 points. Did you feel like you needed to take over the game, or it just kind of was part of the game, it came naturally?
It kind of came natural. It just came with the adrenaline rush of being here, like in front of the first home game, everything. So I just wanted to do everything I could for my team. So I just did my best, and that was the result.
Now you're moving on to the next round. You're still in the championship game. What do you do for tomorrow? How do you plan for the next opponent?
we bring the same high energy we came out with. We can't slack just because we got this win. Every game is a different game, so we have to come out stronger, keep building off of this, basically play good team ball, everybody do their part, and we'll come out with the win.
All right, congratulations on the win. You can go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Stosh.
Well, thanks, Mike, for the recap there. What a great game by number 20, Ariel Williams. The Solano, once again, Solano wins 66-60 over Sacramento City College. They move on to the next round of the Solano Showdown against Kumsoon's River tomorrow night, December 14th, 6 p.m. Come out to the Solano Gym and cheer on your Lady Falcons. It's going to be a doozy. I'm Stosh Samoyda. For my broadcast partner, Mike McLeod, thank you guys for tuning in and listening and watching the Solano Lady Falcons here in the Solano College Gymnasium. Until next time, you stay classy, Solano.